Welcome in Pesky Pole YouTube channel. I've got second and 10 football pulled up, and why not? It's July 31st. It's almost football season. The NFL kicks off their preseason tomorrow night, and I wanted to kind of show you a project that I am going to start for college football. So, once again, if you have not played second and 10 football, it is probably my favorite football game. I've got two, second and 10 football and pro strategy football, which is coming out with a new version here soon in September. Um, and they're very different games. They scratch very different itches. This one here is a cards and dice game brought to the computer with the great Richard Hanna, and you can play it in a variety of ways. I like playing in quick play. If you watch my YouTube videos, you will see that. And so forth. It keeps it great stats, great encyclopedia, the whole deal. And it's got great bang for your buck. You buy the game, you get every NFL season with it. When a new NFL season comes out, you get that as well for free. College, you get a bunch of seasons, a bunch of teams, and the new seasons cost like $10 each, which is a pretty good deal. So I'm going to go ahead and and there's different things you can do. And I've done lots of YouTube videos on this. You can play playoff mode, tournament mode, you can do a World Cup mode, and so forth. Most people with the NFL play season replays. With college, there's a lot more people who play tournament mode because there's so many teams and so forth. But I'm going to play a season replay. And we're going back to 1984, okay? And here it kind of give you an idea real quick of what you get for college football. These all seasons come for free. Um, I bought 87 and 88, I believe. I bought 92 and 93. 95 comes for free. 99 comes for free. 2000 through 2012 come for free. And then I bought 15, 16, and 22. And then anything else you're going to buy in the future will cost $10. That's college football for you and so forth. So 84 comes free with the game. And it's 40-year anniversary. And if you guys do know, I am a Gamecock, a University of South Carolina Gamecock alum, and 1984 is one of those magical Gamecock years where they were in the hunt for a national title and they lost the game to Navy, which is probably one of their worst losses in terms of upsets and having a chance to play in a big thing. So on my channel, you're going to see Gamecock games for sure, quick play Gamecock games during the season. And I'm also going to do Boston College games because 84 was the famous Doug Flutie Heisman Trophy year, and Boston College was in the mix as well, had that great game with Miami and so forth. So you're going to see those games on the channel, Carolina games, Boston College games, and then probably the best game of the week. And if there's two great games that week on top of it, you might see those as well. But I'm going to go ahead and play these out. Now, for instance, we're going to kick things off with Auburn versus Miami. They'll be on the channel, Kickoff Classic. Tulsa and Toledo, I'm gonna go ahead and autoplay those. I'm not going to play out every game and so forth. But what I'm going to do, and the one thing about college football is that it has all the games for you as you go through the season, even the bowl games. Okay, and so the bowl games they start right here. And of course, this is the year that BYU won the national title. And of course, BYU played the bowl game, the Holiday Bowl against Michigan on December 21st, and then sat around and waited and were crowned national champions. So I'm going to play out the bowl games as they were played, even though they may not make sense. What I mean by that is, like, for instance, okay, Ohio State and Southern Cal play in the Rose Bowl. Well, I'm going to play this game in the Rose Bowl, even if Southern Cal goes 3-7 during the year. I don't think they will, but we're going to play out all the bowl games because I like to replay the actual bowl games and so forth. My Gamecocks play in the Gator Bowl. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Against Oklahoma State, and they're going to play in that bowl game regardless if they're undefeated in the season. They're going to play it out. The difference what I'm going to do is there are polls that they keep during the season. Now the polls early on in the year don't mean a whole lot because it's based on what you're doing. There's no preconceived notions. Okay, so the polls get a little bit more, I guess, realistic as you go along. If that makes sense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play all the bowl games. When the bowl games are all over, I'm going to take the number one and number two ranked teams and play them for the national title. Okay, and so you might have a situation if BYU's in there, if they can beat Michigan in the Holiday Bowl, um, and so forth, and they may be one of the two teams. We don't know, but there's a lot of teams in the mix. You've got Georgia's up there, um, you know Iowa, Texas, all these kind of big bowl games and so forth, and that's how we're going to do things. Okay, Nebraska will be in the hunt and so forth. So that's kind of the plan. Miami, of course, is Jimmy Johnson's first year at 84 as well. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to play out the season and so forth, doing those games of the week. And I'll do recaps of each week and so forth. And then kind of have the bowl season and then a plus one, which I kind of always like that idea too. I know that the 12 game or 12 team playoffs come up this year. I kind of like the idea of the traditional bowl games like they did when I was a kid back in the 80s, and then having that one extra game with the top two teams. That way you can keep the bowl tie-ins, the Rose Bowl with the Big Ten, the Pac-12 or Pac-10 back then. I know the Pac-12 is gone now. Pac-10, Pac-12 is gone now. But you can keep the bowl tie-ins in the tradition and have the plus one. That's not going to happen anymore. College football as a whole kind of other realm going on. But that's how we're new to the project. So 1984, follow along. We're going to have Boston College games on the channel, every Gamecock game on the channel, and then, of course, the big games each week. We'll kick it off with Auburn versus Miami. I'll probably play that in a couple of days. We'll have that in the channel. Week two, we kind of give some previews here. Florida plays Miami. BYU plays Pitt. One of those two games will be on there on the channel. Miami has a really good look at Miami's schedule. This is back in the independent days here, and they were 8-4, but 8-4 with the schedule: Auburn, Florida, Michigan, Purdue, FSU, Rice, Notre Dame, Toledo, Pitt, Temple, Maryland, BC, then UCLA in the bowl game. Their schedule gets a lot easier as the season goes along, but going through here, those first 3 weeks are brutal. The first 4 to 5 weeks are pretty brutal. I mean, Purdue is not horrible. It's on the road. Rice is not good. Notre Dame isn't that great. Toledo's not that great. Pitt's not that great in 84. They have some talent, though. Temple's bad. Maryland's pretty good. That's the famous game where Maryland, Frank Reich, made that comeback against Miami. Um, and of course, the Boston College. But Miami's got a really good team going through that gauntlet. And of course, the polls are based on strength of schedule. So they could lose a game or two and still have a chance to be in that one or two position to play the national title. We'll see. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do in the season. A replay. See what else we've got here. In week two, we've got Boston College with Western Carolina to open up the season. We'll have that game for you for sure. Um, week three, Boston College at Alabama. We'll have that game for you. Miami plays Michigan. We'll probably have that game for you. The Gamecocks open up with the Citadel. I think it's during this week here. There it is. That's the Gamecocks' first game against the Citadel. We'll have that for you. Week four, some of the big games here we have as well. Love these helmets. Washington playing Michigan. That's a pretty good game there. Washington in real life went 10-1. They're definitely a team that can win the national title in '84 if things break their way. So we'll probably have that game on for you. Oklahoma and Pitt. Oklahoma was really good. Pitt, not a great year in '84, but they can be dangerous in that spot too. So we might have that one on the channel for you as well. So we're going to replay the season, all the games, play them out, have the key games in the channel for you, and then kind of recap the week and watch how it unfolds to see who will be the last two teams standing for the national title. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.